Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Levitated. Last episode we got a little bit into environmental tech and we got a, a void ore miner, tier 1 built and started mining a few things up for us. In between episodes I did gather up enough erodium to be able to create the crystal lens. Let me get that dude up here real quick. So let me see, where is that thing? Crystal lens requires a reasonable amount of erodium, but it increases the production of the erodium crystal by a considerable margin. So I went ahead and just used that, and then we just kind of let things run. I've been doing a few little things around base and getting a couple other things started, and I don't think there's been any major changes majorly other than I got rid of these guys. I'm gonna have to do something to get some villagers going. We may have to build a structure for them for a little while. I mean, the only reason I'm really after them is for the arc furnace rod recipe, those things, those electrodes right here. And so far we're still running on the original half ones that we made a while back, so I may just not worry about it for right now. If nothing else, what I probably should just go ahead and do is just make a set of all of them and then anvil the other ones together, throw in breaking on them, and they'll probably last for the rest of the time. I did go back to the overworld and get a whole bunch of marble and have been working through the marble dust, trying to get a bunch of that stuff going so that we can do a little bit more. Let's get the rest of that done. That's just in case we need it, because we're going to be, we are going to be making the refined steel through that process for a little bit longer. We're going to have plenty of room to be able to build some more of the other parts and pieces for Tech Reborn, but it's not going to happen. Well, I don't think it's going to happen today. Anyhow, we do have a few things that I do want to work on today. Again, I said we were going to start playing a little bit more with environmental tech and getting our way towards this. This is the miner controller tier 4, and I do kind of plan to probably take this all the way up to 6, I believe. There should be at least 6 of them, if I recall correctly. Yes, tier 6. We're probably going to take these all the way up to tier 6. Now, I was kind of thinking we might get into the resource miner as well, mainly because of the fact that this is going to get us stone and granite and all those other kinds of little cool random things that we could possibly need if we really felt like it. I may or may not build it, mainly because of the fact that it gets you a lot of just random junk you really don't need, and I don't really need a lot of the other little parts and pieces. So we do want to push forward with the miner, the ore miner, mainly because it's going to, can I get the right button? The next one is going to get us, I think it's the next one is going to get us titanium, or is that the 4? I forget which one it unlocks titanium. Well, we can look that up. Not titanium, tungsten. And I have to do this backwards because of how they do this. So let's grab this one. That is going to be tier 3. So we've got to get clear up to tier 3 before we can start getting tungsten ore. And tungsten's a royal pain in the tail to get, because it's the only way we get it is by recreating chunks in the overworld, and I don't think we've gotten quite a bit of it. We're not going to need it right now as it is, but I do have 21 blocks of tungsten, so we should be able to do at least a little bit with that. So what I want to play with today is I want to, see, this is where I missed the book. This is where I missed the book about all of this thing. Search, find a JEI for in-game guide. So digital guide, is it in here? It is in here. Can I craft one of those? Thank you. Awesome. I love when people give books, and I think it's a beautiful thing. So awesome. What I want to look at now is I want to look at the next necessary amount of things that we need to get to 2. Void ore, yeah, this is why I like these, because it gives me a shopping list for all the things that I know I need to be able to create. So I want to be able to move that up to a tier whatever the next tier is, but I'm not 100% certain I have enough stuff going on. I mean, we've got 301 erodium pieces, so let's do a little bit of bookkeeping really quickly. We need to make sure that we have all of the stuff that we need. So we need 32 structure frame tier 2s, taking in mind the fact that we have 24 of the tier 1s. And the reason why I say that is this is going to be the kind of the hard part. I did design this thing. So what did we need? 32. If we can make it right now, which I think we can. That was the biggest hurdle to try to get to the next level. So we're going to have a bunch of these. That was the number I was concerned about, is to make sure we had enough of stuff there. So the first thing I want to do today is I want to upgrade that to a tier 2. So let's go ahead and knock this thing down. Let's grab our ender chest and our flux point. And then we're just going to go ahead and carefully not try to lose any of the pieces here. Pick everything up. Let me have my magnet. Because the game, we're going to recycle. One of the things I do love about this is we're going to recycle some of the parts pieces for this thing. So it's not going back here. We're actually going to move it slightly over here. So I did kind of carve open a little bit of a bigger area. So we're going to build that thing. Hopefully we should be able to kind of continuously build this thing in this general corner for quite a while. Once we get it wound up a little bit, these miners are really good. They're very quick. They'll produce a lot of stuff, and I just want to kind of continue to make the cool things. So let's look at the Void Ore Miner Tier 2. We still have all of our things from last time. So bloop, 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 bloop. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Void. All right, we need to make a Void Ore Miner Controller Tier 3, so I'm hoping that we just didn't screw everything up. If we did, I will go ahead and put it all back together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That probably hurt a little bit, but that's all right. We should be good to go on that. I need another crystal lens. I need another lens. I need another lens. I hate this. Give me another lens. Give me the number tier 2 thing. Go. And you want that. Cool. That's tier 2. Now, we need to go ahead and toss all of the structure frame tier 1s in there. And again, the book stated we needed what? 32 of these. We need 16 structure panels, 4 null modifiers, 2 more laser cores. So let's see. How many do we have now? Did I need fewer? Oh, I do need fewer. So we're good on that part. I think actually these are going to take that part. So let's kick off 32 of those structure frames. And then we can get this dude built. So structure frame tier 2. 1, 2, make. We should have plenty of stuff for that. I don't need any more of those. We need null modifiers. We need 4 of these. What do these take? They take the interconnects, and that's it. Okay, go ahead and start on those. We're going to continue to make the interconnects in the kind of more expensive fashion. There are different ways. I looked at, where is it? This thing right here. This recipe right here. Yes, this one is considerably cheaper considering the fact that we don't have to make this, which means wasting the concrete powder and a few other things. Automating this is a royal pain. So this is not horrible. We're still getting most of the stuff out of this. It's just this is concrete, and we're using iron and redstone to create 4 of these versus this period, that point here where we're going to get, some other stuff. So I'm okay with that recipe. I think it's fair considering I don't feel like automating the production of concrete powder into concrete. So let's see, did we get our stuff? Now, null modifiers, we got 4 of them. I forget if I can make any modifiers for these right now. So what I want to do is I have to have Longsdaleite crystals, and I think Longsdaleite crystals are going to come from... Oh, I can get those with this. Do I have any? Whoop, I saw something. Did I get like 1? 1. Okay, well, that's beautiful. We're not going to worry about the speed. Can we do any kind of modification at this point that's usable to us? So speed modifier, luck modifier, accuracy, that's going to require palladium and Longsdaleite. Resistance, resist fire, water breathing, invisibility, night vision. I don't remember if there's anything else we can do other than possibly the luck modifier. No, so we're still kind of screwed on that part. The only thing we could possibly do if I had another one of these, I'm going to hang on to that. I'm not going to worry about it. We need mica. Yeah, that's right. I got to get into a void resource miner, so I may end up having to do that off camera to get this going. So let's get our little bitty stuff here and our structure blocks, and let's go set this one up. I believe I needed another laser core. Right? 3. And we're going to go ahead and just run this same crystal laser lens. Fuel. All right, so let's go put this guy together. Not too much. You just go down here and we do, I forget again. It's going to be laser core. So, I mean, you can just kind of stack things up. It's going to be 4 blocks off the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that with move your thing. Give me that. You're going to go right there. And then I can go with my assembler. Boop. All right. And then build it. Oh, and then we need to make sure we remove the torches this time. And these will get increasingly bigger. For those of you that have never messed with these, the bigger, the better the drill, the bigger the multi-block structure gets, and the more it can do. Plus, the more power it's going to eat. Alrighty, what did we get? Are we done? Done? Okay, so if you notice, this one's marginally bigger. So we do have the ability now to use modifiers, and once we get some of the more important parts to be able to actually use the modifiers, which I can probably start doing with, like I said, we can get the resource miner. I think the resource miner, we're going to place it on the other side of the base over there. So let's get this guy rolling. And what this is going to do, basically, is it's going to run, I think it's twice as fast. Tier 2 miner, tier 1 nano beacon. Where did it go? Just give me something. I believe it's going to be at least twice as fast. I've got the book. The book should tell me, right? Well, not quite twice as fast, so a little bit faster. Minimum duration is going to be 80, maximum is going to be 320, and that number is going to continue to go down as we build these bigger. So we're going to start seeing things go considerably faster. I believe that is in ticks, if I recall correctly. So like say tier 6 default duration is a second or 1 tick. So 1/20th of a second, I believe, if I recall correctly. Anyhow, we're going to go on to the next little thing. We got this guy running. We're going to let him dig up the next special thing, which is going to be, what is the next special block? It's going to be chironite, I believe is how this works. So it should be litherite, rhodium, and chironite. Yeah, so we're going to have that come in, as well as I do believe Longsdaleite will now start to come in a little bit more preferred. And what I may do is go ahead and make a black laser lens and let that run for a little while, because this stuff is really a very good usable block for other things. Longsdaleite, as it says, is witherproof. Only players can break it. So, I mean, not like we need it, but it is another block you can use. So we'll let that guy roll, and let's go look at some of the other stuff that I wanted to do, because I wanted to play around with this, and I got a couple of other things going in my, not this shulker box, but this shulker box. I went ahead in between episodes, and let's start with the, let's just keep with the environmental tech stuff. In between episodes, I went ahead and made the parts for a tier 1 solar array. And I was hoping, we have 184, that we could at least upgrade this to a tier 2 solar array. So, in order to do a tier 2 solar array, let's get into the, back out of here. Can I back up? How do you back up? Is it back up here? Solar arrays tier 2. So tier 2, we got to go all the way to probably the bottom. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, tier 1. All right, tier 1 solar cell is going to make, or with solar cells, or with litherite solar cells, is going to make about 550 RF a tick. Not a whole heck of a lot. The tier 2 is going to make 3,000 RF a tick. Tier 4s, tier 5, tier 3s, 12,000. Tier 4s are 40,000. Tier 5s are 118,000. Tier 6s are 332,000 RF a tick. They do get pretty large, but that's a pretty good chunk of more or less free energy that you don't have to automate. And there's a magical thing about being in the end. The sun never sets in the end. The sun always shines at the same intensity as if it's noon in the overworld. So when you be silly like me and you want to build a solar farm and you have access to the end, either you're living in the end or you have an instant teleportation of energy, you build your solar plants in the end. So we're going to attempt to at least build the next level of the solar tower or solar array, because I want to at least get this amount of free energy going. I know I've got all this power automated. I know, I get it. This is so much easier to deal with. It's not even funny. So we're going to go ahead and set up a 24 structure frame tier 24 tier 2. So let's toss these back in. Structure frame tier 2s. We need 24. Nope, 4. I just want to make sure we're still okay. We got 48 there. The litherite cells, the solar cells are going to be the hard ones. I don't even think I've got these set up yet. So solar. Let's set these up. And then I'm going to toss those in there. And then this can go in the assembling system right there. We need how many? 25? How much of a pain is that going to be? I want all this done next. We're still not out of those. Go ahead and do that. And then solar tier 2 is going to be 4 more of those plus 1 of those plus these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 4 more of these. So do 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. We still got plenty. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. So let's see. Solar tier 2 array controller plus the controller bunk and those and this and this and this and this. And I think we're going to need a bunch more construction. I don't need structure frames. I need piezo modifiers now. I do believe we should have 4 of them already. Now, the modifiers for these things, this is one of those things that's kind of interesting when you're playing with this kind of a thing. The null modifiers for these here. I'm searching in the wrong spot again. Modifiers for the solar towers or the solar arrays, come on, get it right, are rather interesting because you've got only a couple of them, I believe. Where are they? It is going to be piezo modifier, and I don't think there's anything else in that. But what a piezo modifier does is it basically makes the solar panel make more RF when it's raining. So you can keep that in mind should you need to. Let's get our structure blocks. And then this is in here, that's in here, that's in here. I hope I have enough stuff to make this work. And I need my angel block. And we're going to go put at least this point into a chunk that we've got loaded. So let's put it... I guess we're going to do it kind of about maybe right here for now. Boop. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Well, just do this. I'm going to try to get it kind of centered. I mean, I guess I could do a better job of doing this. Can you put that down, please? All right, that's about where I want it right there. So we're going to put it right on that block right there. So let's set our little solar controller down right there. And then that should be good enough for us to do what we need to do. And we do the same thing. We just click on it with the assembler, and hopefully we have enough stuff. What am I short? Are you lying to me? How many did I ask it to make? It needed to make 25 of them. Are we still waiting on those? What happened? I thought I said 25. Cancel. You broke yourself again, didn't you? Oh, crap. Let's see. How many did it make? Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we need 10 more. Everything looks okay. What are we doing? We're crafting the photovoltaic cells. Good, good, good. Is it broken or is it making gravel? Okay, it's making gravel. I really need to kind of get away from using those things. They work fine, but when you try to get two processes happen at the same time, it confuses itself. What are you making right now? I figured that much. Get out of there. That's the problem is it, for whatever reason, doesn't recognize that it's open and doesn't immediately start making the thing that it's supposed to be making. So I may have to move this recipe. I may just need to get rid of one of those things completely and just send it into that crusher over there, because it's definitely a lot easier. Or I guess we could use it for... I kind of want to leave this one alone because these are kind of special. But anyhow, we'll just kind of play around with it a little bit and see what happens. 10 more. Thank you very much. Let's get these fine people some of their show. And build the thing. All right. And we're actually making more than was suggested as far as power is concerned. And that is a forever thing. 4,000 all the time, no matter what. So we smack a little flux plug on it with our generator network, and it's going to sit there and produce 4,000 RF the tick all the time. What's really cool about that is, like, you can make something about that big and then go hook it into something that requires, 4K RF a tick, and it'll be okay. So, and you don't have to worry about running power to it. So these are one of my favorite ways. When I get to environmental tech, I make power with these things because they're kind of expensive to craft once you get some of the little parts and pieces, but they're so good, especially if you have access to this kind of an environment where the sun never sets. So that's awesome. Anyhow, where are we? What are we doing? We have a couple of more environmental tech machines going on, and I did have one more machine that I kind of wanted to work on. So I guess while we're sitting here messing around, I'm going to work my way through that minor double all the way up to tier 4, which is just going to be taking time to let the system run on my own. I will probably invite you guys for the time we build the tier 4, but tier 3 is going to be just me doing it. That solar panel will eventually get all the way upgraded to at least a tier 6 probably, or a tier 5, just depending on what I think we need to do for power. I know I have all these other little things going on, and I said I may utilize this stuff. This is still here. This is still functional. If I need it, I can turn it on, or if I want to do something else, I've still got all that. Part of the fun is to just kind of play towards things like that so that you don't have to really worry about it anymore. I mean, for a reason, I'm not using the steam turbine with immersive technology, because I've done it, and I've done it recently enough in my brain that I really don't feel like playing with it. So we're doing things a little bit in a way that I haven't done it. So let's do the last little bitty deal here to end the episode, which is it did want us to create a distiller from immersive technology so that we can start on the process of making refined steel ingots a little bit better than what we're currently doing. So point is, as they were showing us, and I know we kind of looked at it last episode, I think, is that we're going to use distilled water to be able to create the refined steel in a fashion of a 1 into 3 instead of the 2 into 1, I think it is right now, whatever that one's at. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not going to look at it. So we need to build a distiller, and since this is our kind of an IE side of the building, we're going to put the distiller probably right in this corner right here. So a distiller, where is my book? We're going to need to shut that thing up because it's going to drive me up the wall. Let's do that. Okay. Where's my book? And our thing. So we need the book, and I want the bottling. This one's a little awkward. So let's see. Immersive technology. Where is it? Distiller. It's another 3x3 thing, but it's a little weird. So let's go ahead and use the thing this time. So I want to... Oh, nuts. Where's my book? Book. We may have to mirror it. Can you... Where's your output? In relation to the... Okay, it's in one side, out the other. So I really kind of wanted it to face... Oh, shoot. That's right. This one has three interfaces. Nuts. It's been a minute since I've made one of these. That means we need to back it off the wall. I wonder if I can mirror it so that it inputs on this side. That would require... Well, let's give it a whirl. I am going to build it. Let's build it first. So we do want to say that we're going to say about like this, and I want it off the wall 1, because we're going to need to be able to access the back, because the back is going to go straight into trash, I believe. So let's go ahead and build it first and then see if it'll mirror. Which would mean I wouldn't have to mirror anything but that block and these two? Nope. Nope. You mean that? No, come here. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I got to mirror those. This is how you test to see if it works. So you build it so you can see exactly where the blocks go. And then you go, I got to put, can you get into the correct line there? Thanks. So I got to move this, this, that, this, this, and then I need to move this one, this one, this one, this one, that, this, that, and hammer. Where did you go? There you are. It does mirror. Excellent. Beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, and then you can go away. So you can see the difference in where it would have been, what it would have looked like. It would have been the exact opposite of that. And I wanted to be able to input from that side and then output the other direction. I mean, it doesn't really matter which direction you go. It's just, one thing I love about these multi-blocks is that you can kind of change them a little bit and get them to decide which way you want things to go. So what we need to do is we need to give this power and we need to give it some water. So I believe we can just do this. Somebody's cussing at me. What do you want, kitty? Okay, we need to get a fluid extractor or fluid export bus. One of those. Can I craft that right now? I just need a piston. I need to actually build that into the network, but whatever. And a water bucket, which we happen to have a water bucket. That's beautiful. And then I think I just want a drum. And I don't even want a big drum. I don't think we're going to need a lot of a drum. Cool. And a trash can. Because I don't think we need the salt at all. Right? No. At least not right now. So trash can. Fluid trash cans, regular trash cans. I mean, I guess I could use the extra utilities trash chest or this trash can. This one is actually kind of just cheap, so I just keep using them. Alrighty then, let's go up here, get this put together. And we should be okay. Let's see. I do want cable. You go there. You go there. Come on, you have water in you. I know you do. This is water. Huh, okay, whatever. I think the exhaust port's on this side. Yes, okay. And then the salt goes over here. So trash can. All right, nice. I don't know why you're not inputting. Do we not have any water in the system? I could have swore I had water in this. I do not. Why do I not have water in this system? Because I was doing it that way. All right, well then I guess I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just make another one of those things. Boop. Let me see. Tank. And I don't want to use those two guys up there. They're for an important reason. So we need one of these and one of those and a piece of lapis. Go, click, neat, and then we should be able to... Oop, almost. So we don't need you. So all I should need to do here is just do this with that and then do this. There we go. Now we're making distilled water. And that's going to sit there and run and do this little thing. So all I need to do for that is I should have already done it as it was, but let's go grab that. And let's grab our, let's see, interface. It's not interface. It's a, not interface. What the heck is it called? It's a liquid or fluid storage bus. Boy, if you could learn to type and or spell, it would be amazing. So I need a fluid interface and all of this wonderful fun stuff. Can I craft? Thought I had some of this stuff set up. Whatever. Fluid interface is going to require what? Formation core, annihilation cores. So knock out a couple of the cores real quick. So craft 2 of those and craft 2 of those. Pistons. 1 and 2 and fluid interface. Come on. One of these. Use on that is this. Thank you. And then that'll let us see what's going on over here. So either way, we're still going to need an ME cable run around the back of the machine. So I think we'll just do something like that then. And we'll just put it on top. That's fine. Whoop, right there. Perfect. And you are going to be currently stored items, and we're going to say extract only. And I could, for that matter, if I so chose, probably, do we have the ability? Let's do this even sillier than that. Let's auto-magic that so that it only turns on when we need it to turn on, so it doesn't try to fill that barrel up completely. So level... Fluid level emitter. Do I need a fluid level emitter? Yes, I do. So can I do that? I love it. Craft one of these and a calculation processor, which that's going to take a couple of seconds. We don't need you. You can go away. Okay, level emitter times that one goes to there. Cool, wonderful. We take you upstairs. I don't see any reason to let that run any longer than it needs to, so we can just put that here, cable across the front of here into that, and then I need a bucket of this to here, and we'll say, how much does that barrel hold? I forget. 25,000. Let's just say we'll let it make 100,000 for no other reason than just because we can. So that's it. Emit signals are above or equal to limit. So that should shut this machine off once it hits that point. 100,000. Add one more zero. There you go. All right, cool. So that'll run until that thing fills it up to, yeah, 100,000, which is going to be very shortly. And it's not like it's a massively necessarily you have to do that kind of thing. It's just there's no point in sitting there constantly pumping water into a system that doesn't really need to be filling up a barrel. Plus, if we do need to move things in and out of it, we can. So, alrighty, guys. I think with that, I'm going to call it. That's exactly where I wanted to be. We got a couple of more things done. We got our distiller started. We've got our tier 3. Speaking of tier 3 miner going, do we have any of the chironite by now? We do. Let's grab those, and we'll put these up here, and then I'm going to sit down and do the math for those later on as far as the next one goes. But again, basically what I'm going to do in between episodes is I'm just going to sit there and let the base run again. So did I shut you off and let you slowly refill, or you run it again? You're off once again. So yeah, we're just going to kind of let things idle and move on. I think next episode we're going to try to move into, if I can hit the right button, we're going to start continuing to work down the electro wizard kind of stuff here. And I think I am also in between episodes going to build a void resource miner so that we can get the mica, this block right there, so that we can make the upgrades and things that we need for the rest of the stuff. So we could even, for that matter, do nanobot beacons. I'll probably leave the beacons out of it this time. I don't think we need them. I'm more interested in the modifiers for the machines to be able to get some of this stuff go a little bit faster. So we're talking, what, fortune? One of these ones in here. Doesn't really matter. We're not going to mess with them today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.